to my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare star.
Good morning, everyone. Hopefully everybody can hear me and see me. I think the see me part is good, but the hear me part is questionable. I just had to push some buttons I didn't expect to have to push. Do me a favor, give me a 5x5, somebody, so I know what the heck is going on here. At least they're GM Spasmats expands. Jesus Christ. All right, let me know in the chat here. Refresh your browser. Yes, Andy Pearson, please refresh. Everybody refresh your browsers. It looks like we have, where is that? Let's go and refresh our browser over here. We've got, it says, Rumble says there's 6 people here in the chat, which is great. Great. Super great. Let's see. All right. So sound is 5x5. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right. So looks like right out the door, man. It's such a pain in the butt. It's, you know, being set up in a new place. All right, so it looks like YouTube's winning 11-6, so we shall do them first. And let's see, Cool Colt first, Jordan O'Neill number 2, and Rose, my perfect Rose, you are the turd. That's right, I'm doing it that way. I got to do it like that. There you go. We got JB in the house. We got Catitudes here. Where are we at here? Ian's over there. Got Jordan. Oops. Light Raider 5x5 and West Virginia Pappy. All right, perfect, guys. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so as the numbers grow, things will start to get going here. We got Andy Pearson first, Victown Honey number 2, and I'm waiting to find out who the Rumble turd is. Currently on the YouTube side, the poll is set up with 12 votes already. What is the most critical initial response in a nuclear attack? When we talk about that, that is focused on what the government should be doing. 42% immediate public warning, 25% established medical facilities, and tied at 17% evacuation and shelter instructions, and deployment of response teams. So that will change as we go on. Let's see here. I don't really have any admin things to talk about, but as you can tell by my background, you guys should know from the live stream last night. If you missed it, you can go do the recap. Yeah, I was here last night for like 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. All right, so let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Let me double check one thing real quick here, just to make sure that I'm not screwing this up more. Oh yeah, guys, if you could take a look and Cool Coat, you're not allowed to. Cool Coat, ignore these instructions. You've already done way too much. Guys, Prep Stock is going to be going obviously in October, and we're trying to alleviate some of this red ink that we have right now. We are in the red and we need a little bit of help. There's a link in the description for that basically says like help Prep Stock or something like that, and that is, it says help Prep Stock, and that is going to bring up a list of things that we need for Prep Stock. Now, it doesn't mean you have to buy it all, and people have actually been buying some of these things. I'm going to bring that up very quickly. Share screen and Amazon, and we're going to scroll that up there like that. There we go. We're going to share that very quickly, because that's not what this stream is about. But basically, we need some coffee. We need some condiments for the hot dogs. We need some super donuts. What do we got here? We got a flag we need, and someone's already bought one of our rotating lights. I'm pretty sure that's Cool Colt. We need some gym mats. We need one more sign, closed for private event. We need one more sign. We've got 5 to 6. We need some sugar packets, and we need some thermal coffee carafes. These guys will be used for Prep Stock over and over, and we need some cups with these the lids and the to keep your hands from bursting into flames, cardboard wrapped around them. So that's what we need, guys. If you could check that link out when you get a chance, it would be greatly appreciated. Let's go ahead and turn that off. There we go. Also, I figured out that I could put the chat on the live stream last night. So I think I'm going to do that today. I think that's an interesting thing. You guys let me know. I'm going to pop that chat out, and then we're going to click on it, and then we're going to share this chat. There it is, and then we're going to add it to the stage. But no, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it that way. There we go. So you can actually see, and when I talk about the poll, you can actually see the poll expand, so on and so forth. Currently, we're up to 50% immediate public warning. Okay, so you know what? And I had to do this before. Like I said, give me 1 second, guys. I know there's people that complain about this kind of thing, but you know, it is what it is. Just deal with it. I'm trying to, this is not a perfect process. I'm going to put you right back over here, and then boom, we're going to do that right there. Okay, so getting into it before somebody on the replay decides to go, why you talk too much? It's so much talking. We'll just get to the subject, man, because my time is so much more important than yours. And I'm sure that'll happen. But anyway, we're going to drink a little coffee here, and we're going to get in it. So yesterday we talked about, yesterday was supposed to be a live stream, but obviously I was driving, so I did a premiere so that you guys would get your morning dose of moi. For some reason you like that. I'm not exactly sure why. But the big thing was, you know, what we can, you know, realistic things that we can expect from a nuclear attack. Then today, what I want to talk about are, you know, things that we can expect as far as a government response to a nuclear attack. Now, I do know a few things about this, but I did go back to the reference books and make sure that I got you the information that you could expect to see. Now, in the event of a nuclear attack, the government will activate the Emergency Alert System, the EAS. You guys probably, have seen that several times in different little videos on YouTube. People use it. Technically, those pulse sounds are protected by federal law, and you're not supposed to put them in your videos. And this will happen via radio, television, and mobile networks, and to inform the public of the situation and provide necessary instructions. Now, these updates will be continuous through all available communications channel, including social media, to prevent misinformation and panic. Those are their words, not mine. Clear, consistent messaging is crucial to ensure public safety. Public information campaigns will be launched to educate citizens on how to respond effectively. Authorities will work to ensure that the communication networks remain operational. It's kind of a joke. It's kind of a joke, but let's go over you know, as usual, I want you guys to get 3 bullet points out of everything that I say. And as usual, you guys know how this works. I say something, you type something, and I talk about what you've typed. It kind of makes things more communicative. All right, so the big 3 things are that the emergency alert system activation will go out on multiple platforms. Probably every platform there is. Unfortunately, I also believe that, so the EIS system has the ability to override all transmissions as long as it's plugged in and turned on. And what we found is that in most cases, it's not. So would it actually go out on every platform? Probably not. On cell phones, guaranteed. Guaranteed. That system right there is locked down. They flip the switch and they start transmitting. It's that easy. And then the second point is, there would be continuous updates to prevent misinformation, and that would be the plan. Now, here's the thing. Why, you know, it's the idea behind misinformation is not necessarily a bad thing, because if you guys have seen, somebody put in the chat the name of that movie that they did on Netflix about like the end of the world, chaos, and all this other stuff. They just created all sorts of chaos. They drove the Teslas into everybody. I mean, just the craziest stuff. You know, airplanes crashing next to somebody and mysteriously the guy's not dying, and ships running aground, things like that. Somebody put that in the chat for me real quick so I can regurgitate it. The public education campaigns. This is typical government touchy-feely speak that makes no sense. In the event of a nuclear exchange, there will be no public education campaigns. As far as preventing misinformation, I see nobody knows the damn. Is the chat on, guys? Somebody type something. There you go. Don't have Netflix. Gotcha, Rose. Okay. Yeah, see, nobody knows the name of the movie, and I don't want to look it up. But I will. I'll look it up. Netflix. Somebody, is it hackable through and would it be effective? Good morning, sir. Hey, good to see you, Tina. Good to see you. Netflix Obama movie. And let's see here. Leave the World Behind is what it's called. Leave the World Behind. Jordan nailed it. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you. But I beat you. Okay, let me reconnect this thing over here. There we go. Okay. So like I said, and then the continuous updates will likely be cellular. And the reason for that would be because all news agencies would probably be knocked out. And the only thing that may still work is your cell phones. They don't require a lot of power. They are probably more shielded than every other piece of electronic device that we have other than military gear. It's all talky stuff from the government documents. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the chat here. The Rumble looked like you got a few things in there. Looks like, let's see, pick down on the end. Paradigm shift. You are deterred. Lasers in the house. Good morning. Paradigm shift says, I'm not comfortable taking direction from a government that is incapable of keeping us out of global conflict. Yes, there's a lot of truth to what you just said, Paradigm Shift. Why does this thing, everything is like doing weird stuff, very weird stuff that I don't like. There we go. Okay, so looks like the battle begins. YouTube is still winning 25-24, so Rumble is picking up. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go over to the YouTube side. Let's see. Don't have Netflix. Cool. Colt says, is it hackable through, and would that be affected by the EMP that would go off during the blast? It's so situational. It's totally so situational. The thing is the EMP at in a air or near airburst detonation is temporary and localized. A true EMP has to be about 230 miles above the Earth's surface to be truly effective, to get the range. The lower that explosion goes off, the more minimized the EMP would be. Let's see here. Okay, man, do I seem slow to you guys? I mean, I feel good. I don't have my brain pills with me today, but I just feel like I'm booming and humming them a lot. Let's see. I put it in long ago. I guess dude has me in Viso again. Nobody has you in Viso. You've clearly done something to the YouTube algorithm. It doesn't like you, Oops, because I don't do that stuff. When I deal with somebody who's a dick, and that's the only rule I have, they're gone. So it ain't you. It ain't me. You've done something. Says 3 comments I've made are not on your chat screen in live. I can see them right now. We can see them right now. I'm reading them right now. They're on the screen. They're on the screen right there. Oops. Come on, man. Let's see here. It's you. It's you, man. Your stuff's coming through. Otherwise, why would I be addressing you? All right. Jordan says, question 1. Does your emergency alerts have to be turned on for a nuclear alert to go off on your phone? No, you do not. It's part of the national alert system. It's automatic. Let's see. No 3 never showed up. Oops. Are you looking on the screen? You're typing words. They're showing up on the screen. I mean, unless there's one that we missed. I mean, I can go back if you want me to. Here, let's go back. Let's just see. Oops says, good morning, spasmatic spam heads, 5x5. I don't think they warn. I put in long ago, and I guess dude has me in Viso again. So if there's something missing, I don't know what to tell you. But I don't have any. You are literally seeing right now what I'm seeing in the chat. So I don't know what this is. Where are we at here? Cuck V says, I've been listening from the People's Republic of Michigan. I got you, bro. Oh, goodness. Goodness, what will we do? I guess the people on Rumble have given up. What do we got here? Over there on the Rumble side, let's see here. Cleaver name. I don't recognize you. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm here pretty much every day. I work as a MSO, and 10 years ago, we upgraded our EAS delivery equipment. I did get a chance to look at the warnings, and the list is everything you would expect. Nothing about alien invasion. There, I was disappointed. That's hilarious, man. Oh, I wish I could put more than one. Shit, I broke it. Damn it. Share the screen. YouTube live pop out. Boom, there it is again. I wish I could put more than one screen share in here. Otherwise, I'd put both chats in there. Let's see here. Living in 1984 showed up. Don't save the king. Or the queen. I'm not sure which one it is. You know what? Living in 1984. There you are. There you go. My chat here has my comments, but your screen doesn't have 3 comments. I don't know. Put them back in. I don't know. There's nothing held for review here that I can see. Jordan's question number 2: could nuke over Lake Michigan cause enough radiation to take out the water supply that continues down the river? To take out? You mean to contaminate it? Yeah, I mean, if there was an airburst over the top of it, there would be radiation, and that radiation would emit into the water, and that water would be contaminated. Now, obviously, that water comes from other places. It would be diluted, and at some point, it would be drinkable again at some point. But you were talking about years, because that's a lot of agua floating out there in Lake Michigan. Let's see. Oops is looking at top chat, not live chat. There you go. There you go. You were in top chat. I will even hook mine to live chat. There we go. All right, I'm going to close that up. Okay. Oops. Now you know something. I'm in live chat. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Let's see here. Like I said, if you feel it, whatever you typed is that important, please just retype it, and hopefully it'll go through. Maybe select the verbiage that the algorithm will accept to conform to the YouTube ways. Or go over to Rumble and type it, something like that. All right, let's see here. I am going to, and I don't know what top chat and live chat are, to be honest with you. I'm looking at them. But what is this fan funding super chat? White Trash Willie, love your name. Make sure you subscribe. I want to talk to you some more. All right, guys, I'm going to push a button here. It's just fan funding. I don't know what it does, but I'm going to push it anyway. Obviously, it's like, okay, so there's nothing there. Good. All right, top chat. We're going to go back. Let's go back to live chat. There we go. And let's go ahead and check the poll while we're out here. What is the most critical initial response in a nuclear attack? We're still at 50% for immediate public warning. Let's see here. Cuck V says, Jordan O'Neill, I don't want that because I'm 35 miles east of Lake Michigan. There you go. There you go. But Cleaver name, hey, that's some pretty interesting information. Make sure you subscribe, man. I want to hear from you more in the future. All right, let's see here. So the next thing that you can expect is that clear directives will be issued. Man, my hair is driving me nuts. Clear directives will be issued for evacuation routes and designated shelters, especially for those in the immediate blast and radiation zones. For those unable to evacuate, instructions on finding and preparing, in-place shelters will be provided. Shelter locations will be strategically chosen to maximize safety and accessibility. The government will ensure that these shelters are well stocked with essentials. Evacuation plans will include provisions for vulnerable populations. This is all pretty interesting. And the three things I want you to gather from that, staying on the positive side of the coin, is the designation of evacuation routes and shelters will be announced. Instructions for in-place shelter preparation will be announced, and strategic selection and stocking of shelters will be announced. So here's the thing, guys. If they go hypersonic, it's 7 minutes. If they use an IV, which is actually a joke because, you know, ICBMs, once they are in space, they are hypersonic. That you can't shoot them down until they start to re-enter and slow down. And then, like I said, but technically hypersonic, subatmospheric weapons, like the ones that everybody's like, China's got these things. Oh no, Russia's had them for years. But anyway, about 7 minutes from launch to detonation. So I don't know anything about designating routes and instructions and strategic selection of stockpiling, stocking of shelters. I don't know anything about that, but I can tell you that it's a done deal. It's a done deal. You're either someplace, you know, hopefully it's not going to go off anywhere near you and you have time to get to someplace. But time is not your friend in a nuclear exchange. That is for sure. Let's see here. YouTube has deleted 15 of 17 channels I've created, and 99 of the time YouTube won't let me upload to my current channel. Oops. Once again, you have done something to piss YouTube off. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I just don't know what to tell you. Where are we at here? Oops. I'm a bad dude with truth. I've got you. Oops. Create a freaking Rumble channel and then speak your truth, bro. That's what you need to do. If you really want to go down that path, you know, do it. Anyone know how to filter AC unit for return air for bug in during the wait out period? Anyone know how to filter an AC unit for return air for bug in during the wait out period? Jordan, you have to buy in order to it's not impossible, okay, but you have to have a filter designed specifically to filter out radioactive particulates, okay? And the problem with that is that they're very specialized filters and they don't hook to just anything. Like you can't just duct tape them to well, I mean, you probably could. But once that filter, that filter only lasts for so long. And once that filter gets filled up, what you're basically doing is you're pulling air that had less particulates through a particulate filter that might actually fill them with more particulates and then transmit them up. Radiation in the air is not a huge thing. It's the particulates that you don't want to get in your lungs. Let's see. All of that government info and planning is available for public viewing and download as it was back in the 50s and 60s, along with bunker plans and foods. Yes, Cool Colt, it absolutely is. I love all of the original bunker plans. I actually have several of them that I have. I think I put them in the members only library, as I think where I put them. I'm going to have to go check. They're old PDFs from the 40s and 50s. But they still work. There's some awesome videos out there of that they made in the 50s on how to like deal with radiation in the home, but they're really hard to find. White Trash Willie says, I'm just calling you White Trash. I work for a company that makes the carbon fiber for the U.S. hypersonic. I got you. Grumpy says, could you just use a bunch of paper surgical mask to filter out the bad air. Worked for COVID. Oh, yeah, completely, dude. Right on. What's up, Grumpy? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Let's see here. Light Raider says you would have to have a carbon scrubber on your AC. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But even then, it's still questionable. It's still questionable because it's not that you're dealing with the actual particulates. There's still radiation in the air. It's attached to the air molecules. Let's see here. That's Lake Michigan stuff. Layers of special filters. Jordan says, I still don't know how to get into the members library. Oh, Jordan, you're killing me. Well, I can't show you from here, but maybe I'll set some time aside. And I hate to say it, but it'll probably take me a couple of weeks because I've got the next week. We travel up to the Richmond area and do actually it's not Richmond, it's west of Richmond, and 3 days up there doing some business, and then 3 days in the bus in the woods. So it's going to be a kind of a busy time, and then come back from that, and we're going to start getting ready for prep stock. It's going to be crazy. Yes, Light Raider, it is set up in a drop box. We'll talk. I got you. Let's see here. Thank you, Hicktown. I appreciate that. Paradigm Shift says, I'm in the fallout area. I'd have time to fill some sandbags for the floor into the 2-story house and then hide under them in the basement. Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky situation. It really is. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. And specialized nuclear response units, including military, National Guard, and FEMA teams, will be rapidly mobilized. These teams will coordinate with local law enforcement, fire departments, and medical personnel to manage the crisis effectively. Immediately, it hadn't happened. Drake. Immediate deployment is essential to stabilize the situation. Right. Joint training exercises will ensure that all response units are prepared. Yes, they have one every year. Coordination will focus on both immediate response and long-term recovery. Okay. And the 3 major points from that statement are mobilization of specialized response units. There's only one that could actually do anything, and it's specifically designed for the DC area. It's called CBRN. It's actually run by the Marine Corps. Coordination with local emergency services, which will likely not exist because they're all going to run home to be with their families. Emphasis on immediate deployment and training. Right. Let's see here. Jordan says Great Lakes are not attached to the Mississippi St. Lawrence Seaway from Atlantic feeds to Ontario, Niagara to Erie. Okay. Oh, good geography. Rose, you're just too damn smart for your own good. Light Raider says, get your ISO pills now. Yes, you guys should probably have, I think at the very minimum, you guys should have ISO pills, and you should have a field protective mask. Most people just call them gas masks, but a field protective mask with at least a P100 filter on it, which is one of the cheaper filters, but that will actually work to filter out more stuff than you can possibly imagine. So yeah, I would definitely do that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to push a button here and we're going to see what's going to happen. Let's see what happens here. I'm in brand. Where are we at? JC EMP Shield. No, we're not doing EMP Shield. We're going to do parcel safety. Let's do parcel safety. We'll throw that parcel safety up there. Guys, parcel safety. Light Raider, I got to take your comment down there so we can see. There we go. Okay, so like I said, at the minimum, you should have some ISO pills. You can buy those on Amazon. Just be cautious of the expiration dates. You can also buy them on multiple other websites. The idea is that they flood your thyroid with iodine so you cannot be absorbed. The radioactive pollution, radioactive energy will not be absorbed into your thyroid, which is one of the #1 killers for radiation poisoning. But like the rest of your body will still be affected. But that knocking that thyroid out is the biggest problem with radiation poisoning. Okay, and then obviously a field protective mask. That there's actually a picture up there of I don't know why I can do it. I don't know why up there. That right there's the one that I recommend everybody buy. The reason is because they're still right around there. They used to be like $35 a year ago. Then they went up to like $65, which is still reasonable as far as price goes. And then I think they're up to like $99 now. But you can use code LocalPrepper and save 20% off the purchase. I recommend that you just the standard P100 filters. They're easy to change. You can do it on the fly without even taking the mask off, and you won't have to pay $75 for a single NBC full spectrum filter, which are great. They really are. But for radiation, not a problem. And oh, by the way, if someone had those masks right there with just the P100 filters on them, they would have filtered out all of the airborne particulates from the train crash where they got all the chemicals in the air. That would have taken care of that. Just by the way, will it protect you from nerve gas? No, it won't. You'll die. Will it protect you from mustard gas? Nope. You're gonna die. But it would have protected people from the airborne particulates from the train wreck, and it will also filter out the airborne particulates that are caused by my brain is fried, the radioactive fallout. So just an FYI, guys, you might want to look into it. If you go down to the description, there is Prepper, or was it Prep Stock sponsors. Click that link, and then that'll give you an entire list of all of our sponsors. Find the parcel safety link, go there, use the code, save some money. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn that off. Man, they make this just too difficult to, I don't know why they do this. There we go. Okay. We're going to go ahead and check the chat real quick. I think there was a few comments in there. Late again. Sorry, Bradley, late again. Sorry, busy. Yeah, no worries, bro. You never have to apologize. Just say good morning and everything you'll get good morning. It's that easy. Let's see here. Cool. I have no thyroid attitudes. I can't die. I have no thyroid. That is funny. Let's see. 2 feet of earth sealed and have oxy tanks and lots of plants inside with you for carbon dioxide. Okay. Refuge. Oh, there you go. Light Raider says Refuge Medical has them. Yes, they are selling them. And I love me some Refuge Medical. I really do need, if you go to Refuge Medical and you use the code PrepStock, you'll save money. I don't actually have, and it's actually they're actually one of our sponsors too. But for a sponsor for PrepStock, not for this live stream. But if you go to the PrepStock sponsors, you'll find their link. Go there and use the code PrepStock, and you'll actually save some money on those things. Let's see here. Bradley's got a big answer. I'm just going to put it up there and read it. The answer to your question is your beard. Here we go. Laugh out now. No, Ray. It's your knowledge, and you know how for situations we expect to be possible outcomes and consider them reasons to be prepared for. Yeah, so this is what I'm thinking. Bradley. I was talking about the masks, and people often talk about masks and using one with a beard. Now, it is not a perfect thing. What I have is I've went and bought a reasonably expensive pair of the clippers. Guys, you're going to know this. I don't know if the women will know this, but if you go to a real barber shop, they have this one little set of battery operated clippers that are specifically designed for like your ears and the back of your neck, and they take that stuff down to the skin. It's like the hair just goes away. I don't know why we don't shave with. They're so sharp. Anyway, I have a fancy set of clippers, and in the event I need to dawn and clear, all right, I will have a few moments to say goodbye to the beard, cry a little bit in my cereal, and just literally just wipe it from my face. They are very expensive clippers. I never recommend them to anybody, but they will do the job. Let's see. Sorry, I'm way off topic. That's okay, man. That is a-okay. I got some stuff in the Rumble side here. Let's see here. Let's see. Cole and Toby. I don't recognize you. Make sure you subscribe, bro. I like to hear more from you. America is about to wake up to the fact that Europe and the UK are ready to fall fast. Guess who has the, I'm going to go with power because I don't think it's power or pervert. Guess who has the power? Yeah, it's pretty out of control over there, guys. It really is. The thing is you have to remember is that the UK has become completely socialist. I thought that these people figured it out after Brexit, but they just allow more of these socialists right back into their government system, and they just keep doing whatever the hell they want to do. One nice thing about the government in the UK is that if they don't like something, they can just vote somebody out. They can just get rid of people. They can just say loss of confidence and they call a vote. It's that easy. And then the people go get their pens and pencils out and they make their vote, not electronically, not cell phone, not calling it in, not mailing it in. They show up at the polls. And then those people disappear. I think the UK has turned over their prime minister position more times than any other country on the freaking planet because it's just a loss of faith. So it's crazy, man. The Scots are dumbed down. I got you. Yeah, I'm very aware of what's happening over in the UK, and it's very disappointing because it's very much, I loved, and I know Germany's not UK. I'm just going to tell you a quick story. I love Germany. I love German beer. I love the German culture. I loved going to Germany every time I went, and I would go and I would stay for like 10, 14 days. I've drinking the golden, libation of life right out of the oldest brewery on the planet. It's absolutely delicious. It's like no beer you've ever tasted. And now Germany's a cesspool. Germany's a socialist country and with socialist values, and it's not anything. It has nothing to do with freedom. They're literally on track to be right back with where they were in the 40s. Which is kind of scary. And so with the UK, they're on track as well. Obviously, France fell years ago to the socialists, and everything's happy, joy, and medical. And then you look at their medical system, and you can't get in to see a doctor, for months. And it's absolutely crazy. They like to tout how great things are, but then when you go talk to the people, it's not so freaking great. Let's see here. But yes, Colin, Toby, thank you very much. Good safety razor is handy. Yeah, there you go. Yes, they're specialized for all body hair and locations. Well, I'm going to stick to my face because this is YouTube and kiddie friendly. Let's see here. Bradley Collins says, yes, but the slow path of our government is a safety to overreaching. Yes, 100%. We can't. It keeps you. It's like when I was talking to that socialist. He was like, socialism isn't really mob rule. Actually, it is, because if you get enough people to come over to your side, now the sheep who are supposed to have the equal vote don't because the wolves are getting ready to eat them. It's that easy, and with our system, it makes it so that they have to spend a lot of time and effort to try and get rid of somebody. Let's see here. This country would see an influx of Euro refugees. I mean, that's a possibility. One of the things that's always protected us here in the United States is the gigantic ocean between us and Europe. But with new trade routes being established and new ideas for getting here being found and then publicized, it's becoming easier and easier for people to show up, especially when your government imports them themselves. That's the crazy shit right there. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Cole says, I will follow and come back if we are alive after Saturday, the 24th of August. It is looking bad. Cole, what is Saturday, the 24th of August? What is that? I don't understand what's What's the 24th of guys? Somebody put in the chat what the significance of the 24th of August is. If you beat them, you beat them. Rumble's chat is normally a little slower. But we're currently YouTube 33 to 20, and YouTube is winning. We're going to go ahead and check the poll real quick while we wait for something to come into the chat. Something popped. Currently, what's the most critical initial response to a nuclear attack? And we're at 48% immediate public warning, 24% evacuation and shelter instructions, and 14% deployment of response teams and establishing medical facilities. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Paradigm Shift says it's all based on the childish win-lose mentality, rendering us unable to practice and achieve a wise win-win with each other. Okay, Paradigm. Okay. Stephanie, don't recognize you. Thank you for coming to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Unless things change, which they always do. We need to figure out a way to export them. Oh, we got a way. The 24th is a Saturday, Catitude says. Okay, so that's not the significance that I'm looking for. But, I mean, it's a start. It's a start, and I appreciate you, young lady. I appreciate you. Maybe I should Google it. Let's see here. 24th of August is National Waffle Day. All right, so let's not make fun of Cole, because Cole and Toby over on the Rumble side may know something that we don't know. I'm just waiting for them to type something. What's happening prior to the 25th or the 24th? Yeah, I don't know what we don't know what that is. 24 August. Come on, you're just talking in circles now. You're just talking at mayhem. Okay, August 24th, Wikipedia. Let's see here. It's the Georgian calendar. Okay. It's Georgian calendar. Okay, whatever. Nothing. There's a lot of things that happened on that day, but I mean, there's no Wikipedia's not telling me anything. August 24th. Nothing. So unless you can enlighten us, then we're going to go ahead and move on. So next thing we're going to talk about is the fact that emergency medical facilities will be established to treat radiation exposure, burns, and injuries. Medical personnel will be supplied. Medical personnel, supplies, and mobile hospitals will be deployed to the affected areas swiftly. Ooh, volare. Drink more coffee. Triage protocols will prioritize the most critical cases. The government will work with hospitals and healthcare providers to ensure adequate capacity. Ongoing medical support will address both physical and psychological needs. And obviously, the three main points you should get from what I've just said is that there will be the establishment of emergency medical facilities. This is true, but this is aftermath, and we'll go over this in a second. There will be the deployment of medical personnel supplies. That will be part of the establishments, and the triage and ongoing medical support. So to talk about the first two things. The first two things are establishment of emergency medical facilities and the deployment of medical personnel and supplies. We have within our strategic national stockpile medical supplies for medical supplies for medical supplies, so many medical supplies. We have the ability to set up hospitals, makeshift hospitals, probably inside of a week. We saw this happen during the thing we cannot speak about because we actually moved like the SS Mercy, I'm sorry, it's HM. No, it's not HMS. Hospital medical ship. Maybe it is HMS. Mercy over to New York and had that available. Also, we were able to set up that hospital. One of many. I think we actually had 3 nationwide that we set up to deal with the infection and the people that got bad. Thank God that was basically overkill. The facility almost never got used. I think they only had a handful of people actually get on Mercy to be treated. But yeah, we have the ability to do it. Now, triage, guys, what you have to know, let me tell you something about triage. If you ever take any courses, and there are some that are available online for through emergency management, and they are free. You can take these courses that talk about it's not emergency triage. It is it's like catastrophic event triage. And when they start to triage, basically means to separate and categorize the wounded. There are some that are like the walking wounded. There are some that, hey, let's get these guys on the next helicopter out of here. And there are some that are so bad off that you literally just set them aside to die because there's nothing you can do to help them. That type of triage is based on being able to survive, to save as many people as possible. And it's sad, but the truth is that if you're trying to save category A and category B, category C, that has the least likely possibility of surviving, they're just too badly damaged. Those guys kind of get put to the side, and that's what would happen during a nuclear event. Looks like Kobe did put some. Let's see. However, did this not kick off, but this week, multiple lone wolf attacks, stabbings, killings, which is a very suspect. If England protested against 10 children being attacked, then this week we will see. Oh, I see. I got you. Boiling point. Thanks for taking the time. Yeah, no problem, Cole. Are you over in the UK, Cole? Are you in Great Britain? Which I really love the idea of that. I love the way that sounds. Great Britain. I love the way it sounds. Not joking. But yeah, they went nuts over that stabbing attack. So the whole thing got, I hate to say it, the police really screwed up over there because instead of just snatching this kid up who did it and then and saying, we've got this, guys, we have him in custody, let us figure it out, give us some time. Instead of doing that, they blew people off. And that pissed everybody off. When you associated that with all those kids being stabbed and killed, that pissed people off. And then some moron associated it with the guy's ethnicity, and so that added flames or fuel to the fire, because people in the UK are so pissed off about immigration right now. Here in the United States, we're not happy with it, but we have a large infrastructure. We have states that are bigger than countries. Okay. And so we have a very large infrastructure, and it is under stress right now. I see it every day in the small town that I live in, Virginia. And, so we see it, but it's more of an inconvenience. Now, when you flood that many immigrants into a country the size of, Scotland, if you flood them into Great Britain, you're going to have massive problems. And it's more than just people going, why are you messing with our way of life? Because I've seen the video of what they did in downtown London, where, you used to have all these stores, mom and pop stores, for every little thing you could think about. And now all the stores are haji shops, and I don't say that in the pejorative term. That's a generic term to basically mean, welcome to the local Quickie Mart, where they sell everything that is there culturally biased towards their lifestyles. It's sad. It's sad because those things should exist, and they could have existed without taking everything over. They literally forced the indigenous culture right out of London. And it's a shame. And it's hilarious because, we basically killed all the American Indians. Well, we didn't kill them all, but we pushed them off their land here. And we see that that's wrong. And I don't understand why our country isn't going, what the hell's going on over there, guys? This is bonk. we are Rome. Deal with it. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see. I have serious question for all the preparations that service have prepared for. It's almost like it's been driven. Keir Starmer does not like the people of the UK. I believe that. Our temporary foreign workers are basically indentured slaves, promised Canadian papers if they comply. I got you. Yeah, and that's, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's way off subject. It's way off subject. Let's see here. Jordan O'Neill, rinse, then scrub. Rinse the fallout, not scrub your body. There you go. Do not scrub. Rose says, but depends on what caused the wound, and could be in the wound or maybe debris to room. Liberal amounts of water. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we really got off subject there, so let's get back on track. So we talked about the emergency facilities and what we can expect, and then obviously the triage. So let's go ahead and move on to radiation detection teams will be deployed to monitor levels of and identify hotspots. Decontamination stations will be set up for civilians and emergency personnel exposed to radiation. Continuous monitoring is essential to prevent further exposure. These measures will help manage the risk of secondary contamination. Public education on radiation safety will be a priority. All right, so the three things to pull from that one are the deployment of radiation detection teams, the establishment of decontamination stations, and continuous monitoring and public education. Yes, these are all things that will happen in the aftermath, not a joke. It really comes down to devices and knowledge, education, for lack of better words. People will have to learn how to decontaminate themselves if they've decided to go into in an area that could be contaminated. But you know, it's going to be a life-changing experience. We can say that. We can say that. I don't see anything in the chat. So, and obviously immediate public warning is still setting up at 45 with 22 votes. All right, so security measures will include the implementation of martial law. That will absolutely be necessary to maintain order and protect critical infrastructure. Curfews and security perimeters will be enforced around affected areas to prevent looting and unauthorized access. That part will likely not happen. Law enforcement agencies will receive additional support and resources. Maintaining public order is crucial during such crisis. Security efforts will focus on protecting key assets and infrastructure. So the key three things from that one are the implementation of martial law. It says if needed, but it will be needed because the local police won't be around. Enforcement of curfews and security perimeters, that'll be questionable. And support from law enforcement agencies. Law enforcement will not be there. I don't, hey, honey, see you tomorrow. I got to go out and work during the apocalypse. That's not going to happen. These guys are going to go home to their their wives and their kids and their moms and their dads and deal with all the things that a nuclear engagement would bring to the family. All right, look at the next score. It's 34-21. YouTube is winning. All right, so let's go ahead. Government will ensure the distribution of essential supplies such as food, water, and medical kits to affected populations. Logistical hubs will be established to manage the flow of resources. Coordination with local authorities and NGOs will be essential. Efficient resource allocation will prevent shortages and ensure aid reaches those in need. The focus will be on both immediate and long-term needs, and most of that is complete bonk. So the three things is distribution of essential supplies. This is where preppers get worried that someone's going to show up at, fire team's going to show up at your door and say, we need to look in your cupboards. The establishment of local hubs, this could happen, but likely won't. And the coordination with local authorities and NGOs. The local authorities will be, hey, I'm the mayor, but I'm not in charge of nothing. And the NGOs will not want to get involved because NGOs only work on pity cases and feeding starving children, and mostly in Africa. I think you know where I'm going with that. Okay, let's see. Continuous monitoring of air and water quality will be conducted to prevent secondary contamination. Potassium iodine tablets will be distributed to prevent thyroid cancer from radioactive iodine exposure. Public health measures will include regular health screenings and long-term monitoring. The government will work to ensure the safety of food and water supplies. Environmental assessments will guide decontamination efforts. Yeah, I just, this is all a lot of happy, happy, joy talk. But I mean, if you want to stay positive, the three things will be continuous monitoring of air and water supply, distribution of potassium iodine tablets, and public health measures and environmental assessments. You know, it's all very hypocritical, because it's like, hey, we're gonna come help you if something goes wrong. We're gonna be there, and then like they show up afterwards. It's like, there's nothing here. Let's go someplace else. That's what really happens. Okay, I love this one. This one is one of my favorites. Hotlines and support centers will be set up to provide psychological counseling and information to the public. These services will help address the mental health impact of the disaster. Coordination with mental health professionals will ensure effective support. Information services will include guidance on health and safety measures. The government will work with community organizations to extend support. The three things they're going to establish hotlines and support centers, coordination with mental health professionals, no one will care, and information services and community supports. There'll be so many flyers. Let's have a meeting. It's a nuclear detonation. I don't know why they would even put this in their documentation. All right, let's see here. And then obviously a comprehensive recovery plan will be developed to rebuild infrastructure, homes, and businesses. Financial aid and job creation initiatives will support economic recovery. Long-term planning will involve input from local communities and stakeholders. The focus will be on sustainable recovery and resilience. It should be resilience. Populations will be implemented to address the needs of affected populations and promote economic stability. Wow. And the three things from that statement are the development of comprehensive recovery plan, which actually does exist, financial aid and job creation initiatives, okay, and long-term planning and sustainable recovery. It should be a resilient recovery, so that when things go bad again, it's right up there. Saying that we have a long-term plan for sustainable recovery is like saying that everything's fine. Don't worry that we put the power lines above everybody's head. If you guys go to Japan or Okinawa, all of the power lines are underground. Why? Because they get hit with typhoons, like storms like you've never seen. Okay, every single year, and they got tired of putting the poles back up. It's not a sustainable recovery; it's a resilient recovery. All right, so I'm going to go to the polls real quick here, and looks like we got where we at here. Rose said misunderstood what we are mentioning. Okay, I don't know. What did Jordan? Jordan just gave us a thumbs up. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Yeah, like the helper recovery Maui. I got you. Yeah, that helped. I got you. I saw through that. All right. Russia has also opened up access to anyone coming from the West. Yes, I saw that. Unfortunately, Russia's problem is that's temporary. If you actually read the, so a little bit of backstory, guys. What Cole is talking about is the immigration issue affecting the UK. But I mean, it's very off topic, but it's also interesting because. Russia, through TASS, which is basically their government news agency, issued a directive yesterday, the government itself, saying that they were going to make it very easy for people to leave their countries if their countries didn't align with their ideological values. Whether we like it or not, Putin does have an agenda to fight the New World Order. He has hated them for years. He has called them out in public multiple times. And it scares the hell out of people. Good morning, Star. Good to see you. Canada. So it makes him look like a good guy, and the West doesn't want to hear it. He has to be the bad guy no matter what. I don't know the man personally. All I can know is what I see in the news, and then try and form have an informed opinion. But anyway, for years he's been against the New World Order. He's publicly admonished them. He was actually invited to one of their gatherings, he basically told them, "You guys are destroying the planet. You're destroying people. I won't have anything to do with you, and I'm here to tell you how messed up you are." And they were like, "Whoa, what happened? What just happened?" But he has made it. He has directed his immigration service to allow people into the country who have ideological values that are at odds with the country that they live in. And if you want to come to Russia and live here, you basically, our immigration service is going to let you. Now, it's temporary. It is on a case-by-case basis, but I think the big problem is that it's temporary. So you'd have to go, basically, in order to immigrate to Russia, you're supposed to know about their history. You're supposed to know about the way their government works, the way the people think. And follow their values, but he's kind of opened it up. So it's interesting. Let's see here. All right. So it looks like the channel is pretty much locked up. We've got about 3 minutes left, tops. What do we got here? I think that's going to be about it, guys, because I don't want to beat you up about prep stock. Prep stock's right around the corner. Yeah, I think that's going to be about it. That's going to be about it. All right, guys, let's see. Yep, that's it. All right, guys, I've got stuff to do myself. Hopefully you guys have a great Tuesday morning. I'm going to go ahead and shut down for right now. As usual, guys, if you like what I'm doing, support the channel. The best way you can support the channel right now is by becoming a YouTube member. Now, what I've discovered, people on their phones cannot find the membership, the join button, because for some reason, it's eluding them. It's eluding them. And why is it eluding them? Because of the way they have things set up. So, and I don't even know can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Look, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to pull it out a little bit. All right. You see right there where it says more? If you push that, I'm going to go, I'm going to try it. I'm doing this in the camera. All right. If you go to more, did that work? Let me see. Yes, it did work. So when you push that more button and then you scroll, you're going to see join right there. I'm going to push that. Come here, you. I'm trying to do everything backwards. You're going to push the join button, and then what you're going to do is you're going to scroll, and you can see where you can get like that level and that level and that level and so on. The level that you want is the Doomsday Prepper level. If you want more than icons and smiley faces and just wanting to support the channel for a couple of bucks, then you're going to, if you want access to all the videos that I'm making for the members and the community posts that I do for the members and the giveaways that I do for the members, you've got to be at least a Doomsday Prepper. So now you know that. I'm going to make a video showing how to do that, because a lot of people are trying to join with their phones and they can't figure it out because YouTube didn't make it easy for them. All right, guys, as usual, on your way out the door, hit that thumbs up button for me. It helps the channel. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you, which may or may not be tomorrow. Tomorrow's a travel day for me, but I'm going to figure something out for you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.